Hey guys, it's your boy Mark back with another video. I'm here to give you guys my spoiler discussion for Spider-Man Far From Home. Yes, I said it right there, ladies and gentlemen, spoiler discussion. So, this is going to be full of massive spoilers for Spider-Man Far From Home. If you have not seen the film, do not watch this video, okay? Even if you're that type of person who doesn't care about spoilers, I still think you deserve to have the full experience of not being spoiled, okay? So please don't watch this video, even if you don't mind spoilers, okay? But yeah, I did get spoiled a couple of things myself before I saw this movie, honestly, and I'm sad about that. I'm pissed about that, but it is what it is. So yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home spoilers. I completely forgot how the movie opened up. How did it open up? Oh yeah, we're in Mexico, and then we see, this was the Avengers Endgame Far From Home special clip, by the way, in that re-release. You have Nick Fury and Maria Hill going to Mexico after some type of cyclone had happened, and Mysterio, and then Mysterio's there, he's like, you don't want any part of this, and then he's trying to fight off the elemental person, thing, so, yeah, um, and then the movie officially starts, and then we get a tribute to there's a tribute made by the school, made by Midtown High, about let's see, it's about Tony Stark, of course. It was also about Vision, Black Widow, and Captain America. And when Captain America showed up in the memoriam, I was like, hold up. So yeah, they 100% confirmed that Captain America has passed away, you know? And I was like, wait, so he died? And then I was talking about this with my friend earlier tonight, and I was like, wait, did they confirm that he died? And he said, yes, they did. And that honestly made me cry so hard, guys. I was crying for about 20 minutes, okay? And I still kind of feel like I have some tears to shed over Captain America. He's gone, man. It really breaks my heart. I kind of want to tear up thinking about it. But yeah, it is what it is. And also when they get, and then yeah, and then they show from 5 years previously, they show some high schoolers dusting, and then they fast forward to 5 years later when Hulk and Avengers Endgame, of course, snapped everyone back into existence. And you know what I thought? I thought it was gonna be like like their dust would reform into the person that got dusted previously. But no, you see it, and they just came back just like that. Like, it was like, beep. They call it the blip now. I feel like the blip is what they're calling Hulk Snap. Because the official name for Thanos' original snap was the Decimation. Sorry if I keep snapping my fingers. I've been snapping my fingers a lot since Endgame, not gonna lie. Just for fun. Pretending I'm trying to wipe out people. Not gonna lie. Bad people, by the way. And I was curious about to know what it looked like when the dust came back, and now I know. So yeah. And then we go into Peter. I still find it weird, but it made for a great story, made for a great subplot in this film. I still find it kind of weird that Peter suddenly has a crush on MJ. You know. Did he show that at all in Homecoming? But either way, I can let it go, honestly, because we got a great relationship between those two in this film. And then, Yeah, you have people. Oh, this scene in the trailer when he's in that restaurant and then he says to the cops, "Hey, I'm too busy doing your job." That wasn't even in the movie. Like, that looked like a great scene, man. Like, dang, why wouldn't you include that? It was cool seeing Peter in the Iron Spider costume for a little bit. Not gonna lie, and it was funny, man, when Happy Hogan and Aunt May were kind of flirting, and then Peter was like, "What was that?" Or what just happened, I should say. That was pretty entertaining. And then Peter as Spider-Man is asked about like becoming the next Iron Man and stuff like that. And these questions are overwhelming him, so he pretty much makes his way out of there. And then, like he says in the trailer, everywhere I go, I see his face. Yeah, can you imagine being that close to someone like that and just seeing them everywhere? Like, it's sad. I thought this movie handled like the post-Endgame stuff really well. This really is an epilogue to Avengers Endgame. It really is, and I thought it worked perfectly. And then what happened after that? And um, and then I liked it when they got on the flight. Oh, when Peter was at the airport, and then freaking Aunt May put the freaking spider suit on top. Like, what? She just revealed to that freaking random airport worker that he's Spider-Man. Like, what? Like, that was funny and pretty crazy. It was like the lady didn't really care though. I think it was sweet of her to like kind of act like she didn't really care. These no. She's talking about the banana. Why aren't you allowed bananas on flights? By the way, I don't know. And then when Peter's on the flight, he's going to Ned and saying, "Hey man, we got to do this plan to get me to sit next to NJ so we can watch the movies throughout the whole flight and stuff like that." And it was crack up how that plan just went all haywire, and then Brad, who was a massive douchebag, ended up sitting next to MJ, and then they were doing exactly what Peter was trying to do with MJ. Like, bruh, and it was fun. I like that Ned started sitting next to Betty Brant, and it was funny when you see Peter's teacher, the guy who, by the way, Kevin Feige confirmed that the actor who plays Peter's teacher, Martin Starr, was he was also in The Incredible Hulk. That's the same character. Like, isn't that awesome? Like, well, that's the same character, man. Like, oh, that's just awesome. Oh man, just connecting us all. It proves that Incredible Hulk still means something to the MCU creators. It's still 100% canon. I love the Incredible Hulk, man. I love that movie, and now we have officially two actors from that film who have returned. That being Martin Starr and William Hurt. That's just awesome. Okay, but this isn't about the Incredible Hulk. I just wanted to throw that out there. That was so cool. And then they land, and then Peter and Ned talk to each other like, hey, so it sucks that it didn't go well or something like that. And then Ned is like, um, oh, me and Betty are dating now. And it was like, what? And I actually knew that they were gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend. Because I before the spoilers were on the Wikipedia page, of course, I saw on the Wikipedia page that 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 Betty Brant becomes Ned's girlfriend, and I like that. I just like that. I was really looking forward to their relationship in this movie, honestly. And my friend Danny did say that they kissed in this movie, but it was just Betty kissing him on the cheek one time. It wasn't like full on kissing, making out. I wish they did make out. In fact, I wish we could have seen them have sex and eating each other's ass. I know my imagination just like that, you know. Uh, the the girl who plays Betty Brant wasn't even 18 when they were filming this. Oh, this spoiler discussion is weird, but I love it. I'm so proud of how the spoiler discussion has come along, not gonna lie. And then, yeah, that's when they arrive in Venice, Italy. Yeah. And then they're sightseeing, they're doing stuff. I like that nice man, that nice, Italian man who gave Peter that thing that he wants to give to MJ, the Black Dahlia, because of the murder. Oh, I heard of the Black Dahlia murder. I think I have to research on that some more. And then Hydro Man, the elemental Hydro Man, comes up, and then he's trying to stop. Then you see what appears to be Mysterio trying to stop him. This is Mysterio's introduction into the movie. Well, aside from the beginning, like his true introduction. I kind of like how in movies you can have like a character appear very briefly at the start, but it doesn't really count as the introduction. It's when later on the movie, even though they actually did appear, later on the movie is when the actual introduction is. You know what I mean? I like that. I really like that, honestly. When they do introductions like that. And then it was funny when Peter put on that jester mask thing. I like that. And then they're all trying to fight, and then and then Quentin Beck or Mysterio, he destroys the thing. Once again, so happy with Mysterio's portrayal in this film. I've been wanting Mysterio in live action form in a Spider-Man movie for so long. Oh, and it was so worth it, man. What a freaking character he was. I'm geeking out over Mysterio. I'm sorry, he was so awesome. Man, so worth the wait, man. So worth the wait. I remember telling my boy JW Universe in one of his Q&As, when the fuck, apologies for my language, by the way, but this was literally the question I asked. This was back in 2013, by the way. When the fuck will Mysterio make his live action debut? And then, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that somewhere, in one of my videos, that question asked thingamajig. And then we have, then later on tonight, we have, oh yeah, and then, oh man, and then, you have, Ned going to bed with Peter, or not going to bed with Peter, I'm not trying to sound sexual, I'm just talking to my mate on Facebook right now. I'm sorry, guys. I was just telling my boy Josh to make sure to watch Infinity War in-game before seeing Far From Home. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, and then Ned comes in. Reminds me of when I first fell in love. That's what he says in the trailer. But it was really reminds me of when I fell in love with Betty, and I like that. I like that a lot. And then Tranquilizer and Nick Fury is in the room, of course, just like in the trailer. You're a difficult person to contact, Spider-Man. That was great. Then, oh man, I love this part when when the conversation between Nick Fury and Peter Parker kept getting interrupted. You had Ned almost interrupted. You had I think it's who else interrupted? I know the teacher interrupted, and then I think it was Flash Thompson who interrupted, or was it Brad Davis? I don't know. I know the teacher interrupted. That's for sure. But that was a funny scene. I really like that scene. Underrated scene, if you ask me. Or maybe people do love that scene. So yeah. I'm literally looking at this MCU fan page discussing the entire thing of Far From Home. So that's kind of like me going along as I'm reading this. Yeah, and then Nick Fury introduces Peter Parker to Quentin Beck, and then he explains that he's from another Earth, another parallel universe, and that the elementals are there, and they say that the blip has the blip like introduced those elementals, and that the fire mental is about to come, or a molten man, whatever. Then Peter's like, you know what? I really don't want to do this. Please let me go. And people will figure out. They'll work out that I'm Spider-Man. You know. And then they're like, okay. And then turns out Nick Fury hijacked the trip, and Dmitry Smerdyakov, aka the Chameleon. Well, he's not Chameleon in this movie, but he's Dmitry. He was like the bus driver. That was cool. I really enjoyed Dmitry as a character. He never becomes Chameleon, but I still liked him as a character. So yeah. And then they go to Austria, and then they give him the stealth suit. Oh man, I like this, man. It was when this sexy Russian chick, who I would love to fuck, gives Peter the stealth suit, and she's like, "Take off your clothes." And then I'll admit, if a really hot European chick told me to take off my clothes, I'll admit I'm pretty insecure about my body, but maybe I would do that, man. Maybe I could get with her. You know what I mean? Maybe I could screw her. And then that douchebag Brad Davis comes in, and he's like, "Whoa! I thought this was a bathroom." And then he takes a picture, and then that Russian chick was about to shoot him, and he's like, "No, don't shoot him." And then he takes a photo, and he's gonna say that because Peter had his pants off, he was gonna say that like that Peter's screwing Russian chicks or something like that. And then and what a douchebag, by the way. Like, I feel like Peter Parker could have easily punched his face in, to be honest. I would have, like, if I was in his position. I mean, at the same time, I would love for everyone to think I was screwing a hot European chick. But not if it affects my chances with my crush. That right there, yeah. Yeah, and then she also gave him the glasses from Tony Stark, and named Edith. Even dead, I'm the hero. I like that, and he dang sure is, man. Tony Stark. And then Peter accidentally tries to kill. Well, how can he accidentally try something? He accidentally authorizes a drone strike to the bus. The the Peter stops it, of course, and then and then Nick Fury was like giving crap to Peter about the drone thing, and then Quentin Beck consoling Peter, of course, and Peter's like, man, I just wasn't cut out for this, stuff like that, and oh yeah, and that was funny, the opera house thing. Yeah, they were trying to be at the opera house, but to do the opera, I'm gonna be real, I'm not a fan of like the opera myself. That looks really uninteresting to me, honestly. I still admire and respect the hard work and effort that goes into the opera, though. And talent, of course. I'm still not something I would want to watch, but I do respect it. You know what I mean? So oh yeah, and then Betty and Ned, they snuck out of the opera house to the carnival, and that's when Molten Man comes in, and then Peter saves them, and then Quentin Beck sacrifices himself to destroy it, but he lives, he survives it, and this is when Peter gives the Edith glasses over to Quentin Beck. And Quentin Beck's like, no, don't do this. And then Peter's like, no, you're the true hero that we need. You should have it. And then he gives it to Quentin Beck. And then once Peter leaves, the huge twist happens. And then it turns out Mysterio really was the bad guy all along. And I'll admit, I did get spoiled the fact that Mysterio is the villain. A friend of mine, a good friend of mine, by the way, well, he's more like a YouTuber I love, but he did say that we are friends one time. He did mention in his spoiler-free review that, come on, we all knew all along that Mysterio was going to be a villain. And I'm like, yeah, I figured that, but I didn't want that to be confirmed until I actually saw the movie, so I still honestly consider that a massive spoiler. I still respect you, man, and I still love your videos, but especially when the movie's trying to convince you he's a good guy, so that's still a huge spoiler, man. I still respect you with all due respect. I don't care what you say. That's a huge spoiler, okay? It really is. With all due respect, of course. And then he's like, was that easy or what? That's what Quentin Beck said. And then he's like, somebody get this stupid suit off of me. That suit's badass, man. Seriously. And then he explains that he was the one who created Tony Stark's bath technology, and then he got fired by Tony Stark. And that, I can't believe they did this, man. They got an actor from the very first Iron Man movie who just played a random scientist. He just played a random scientist from the first Iron Man movie. He came all the way here to Far From Home. I can't believe it. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that, man? Like, wow. And then, of course, he reveals that all the elementals... Well, actually, this isn't when that... Actually, no, I'll get onto that later, because that part isn't revealed until a bit later. And then Peter, and MJ, they meet each other on the Charles Bridge. Then she's like... And then when Peter's trying to tell her how he feels, he's like, MJ, and then she says, I'm Spider-Man. That was in the trailers too, by the way. That honestly was another huge spoiler that they should not have put in the trailer. Honestly, they should not have put that in the trailer, because it's a huge deal when that part comes up in the movie. That part should have been saved for when you see the movie, honestly. Because that would have been a huge surprise when we saw the movie, man. Like, it would have been. Um, yeah, we all make mistakes, though. I do think it wasn't the right thing to put that in the freaking trailer. I get that it was a funny moment, but there was probably another funny moment that you could have put instead of that. Oh, by the way, I know this is random, but Flash Thompson, awesome once again. Tony Revolori, the best Flash Thompson in my opinion. I love his portrayal of the character, and I loved it when Peter punched him and accidentally knocked him out when he was trying to try on the glasses. Edith. Yeah, but then after MJ, tells Peter she knows he's Spider-Man. Oh, by the way, Night Monkey. Night Monkey, that was crack up, man. Night Monkey. Oh, Night Monkey. Oh, man, that was funny, man. This is, no, that's not Spider-Man. This is, Night Monkey. That was, that was funny, man. Oh, man. Night Monkey. Oh, that was funny. Night Monkey. I'm sorry if I'm going on and on about Night Monkey. Oh, that was funny, man. And then when MJ grabbed a piece of tech with the spider web on it, and then they accidentally turned it on to reveal the illusion of the elementals, and then they realized that he was a bad guy all along. I like that. That's how Peter found out. And then you see Quentin Beck. He's trying to like make everything perfect. Like the fight scene's absolutely perfect. With his fight with the elementals to make himself look as heroic and great as possible. I like that, man. And then yeah, and then he's trying to do an Avengers level threat in London. That's the thing in Quentin Beck's plan. And then oh yeah, and then the huge fight between Spider-Man and Mysterio, man. All the illusion stuff. That was incredible, man. The freaking snow globe thing. And you have freaking Peter Parker. He's like what and then oh yeah, and then the whole illusion, and then oh man, when Mysterio supposedly got shot by Nick Fury, that was convincing, man. Like holy crap, he really thought about this convincing stuff. Then it turned out that Nick Fury was actually in this little illusion thing was actually what's his face Mysterio, who was like, "You are so gullible, Peter," because because he got Peter to tell him who he told. He's like, "Tell me who you told about this," you know. And then yeah, and then Peter gets hit by a train, and then Peter Parker wakes up in a holding cell in the Netherlands. Then he calls Hogan to rescue him. And then this was funny, man. um when Peter was like, wait, I want to know that it's really you. Say something that only you would know, okay? Um, and then he talks about when they were in a hotel, and then he accidentally ordered an adult film. That's crazy. In both of these Spider-Man movies, they've made references to adult entertainment, and I love that, man. I wonder if that's going to be a thing, a running gag throughout the Spider-Man series, because there could be like 9 Spider-Man films. Honestly, I heard something like that. Um, that was crack up. And then and then well, 31 minutes. Uh, where was I? Oh yeah, and then Mysterio was launching his attack with the elemental fusion. Um, and then he's like, "Remember, it's not real. It's not real." And then he goes in, he webs up all the drones to destroy the illusion, and then um then they fight, and then there's lots of fighting and lots of awesome stuff. Oh man, I loved it when MJ got the mace and whacked that drone with it. That was dope. And then Peter um Peter confronts Mysterio in the Tower Bridge, and then he gets the glasses back. And then when he thinks he's been stopped, you know, Peter Parker's like, "I trusted you, Beck, and then I gave you the glasses." And then Quentin Beck was like, "All right, here you go," and then gives it to Thing. And then he pretends he's giving the glasses to Peter, and then Peter sees that it's another illusion, and then he's like, "Nope, you can't trick me on anymore, Beck." Then he stops him, and then gets the glasses back, calls off the attack, saves everyone. Quentin Beck, he accidentally was caught in the crossfire of one of his attack drones. Um, he dies. Yeah, I was sad that Mysterio dies, but at the same time, I hope I don't know if I hope he's alive or anything. Because I'll be real, a part of me doubts that Mysterio really is dead. Because, he's all about illusion, even if Edith told him this is all real, there are no illusions currently up right now. I still doubt it. I don't know why. I still doubt it. Oh yeah, and I loved it when when Happy was with Flash Thompson, he was also with MJ and Betty Brant and Flash Thompson. Oh, I said Flash Thompson and MJ. Well, he was with the kids, and then they were all like confessing stuff, and I forgot what everyone else said, but I remember what Happy said. "I'm in love with Spider-Man's hand." That was funny, man. And then everyone was looking at him like, "What?" And he's like, "That was funny, man. That was funny. That was crack up." And then Peter and MJ, they finally confess their feelings to each other. They kiss. They make out, which was beautiful. And then and when they return to New York, Ned and Betty have broken up. Like, what? That made me sad. Because Peter was like, "Hey, how about me and MJ go on a double date with you guys?" And then Ned's like, "Oh, we broke up." Or maybe it was Betty who said that. I don't know. And then, oh, it was funny when Peter went back to his apartment like, "Now I need to know the truth. Are you two dating?" And then it's funny because Happy says yes, but Aunt May says no. And then he's like, "What?" And then she's like, "This is just a fling, you know." That was funny. I like that. And then I loved it when Peter meets up with MJ, grabs her, swings her around New York City. It's nice. And then the movie ends. And then the freaking mid-credit scene. Holy crap. Turns out, just before Mysterio died, he made a confession tape. Mentioning that, mentioning that, Peter Parker is Spider-Man, making himself look like a hero once again, making it look like, that Spider-Man was the one who did the attack with the drones. Like, what the heck? What a freaking mid-credit scene, and freaking J. Jonah Jameson, played by J.K. Simmons, reappears, like, and I'll admit that was another thing I got spoiled, was, J. Jonah Jameson. I got spoiled that just yesterday, actually. And I was so pissed off that I got spoiled that that would have been the biggest surprise to me, honestly, had I not known that going in. I'm so fucking pissed I got spoiled that shit. It's so fucking unfair, man. I wonder what I still can't stop thinking about what my reaction would have been if I had not known that. It's fucking bullshit. I'm so fucking pissed. It's fucking... It's so unfair. I'm pissed that I got spoiled that. Yeah. Mysterio releases Peter's identity to the world. The entire freaking world. What a mid-credit scene, man. It really was an add-on to the ending, though. Like, it was literally a post-credit scene that took place literally right after the ending of the actual film. Like, wow. And then the post-credit scene. I love this, man. You see Nick Fury and Maria Hill driving. Then it turns out it was Seren, or however you pronounce her name, and my boy Talos. My boy Talos is back. And they were impersonating Nick Fury and Maria Hill all along. Well, not all along, but, and then, they're talking to Nick Fury, and, the real Nick Fury, and then, he's saying, hey, it went out good. That's what Talos says. And then Fury's like, we need to get back to work. Yeah. And, yeah, that was two great, in-credit scenes. Talos. Oh, man, I love Talos. I was shocked when he appeared, man. This was another thing I kind of got spoiled. I knew that this post-credit scene had something to do with, Nick Fury. That was all I knew. Okay? That was all I knew. I knew it had something to do with Nick Fury. That's it. And I was pissed that I knew that it involved Nick Fury somehow. But when it came on, when it happened, I was like, you know what, that's actually okay. That I knew it involved Nick Fury, because I didn't know the whole context of everything still. I did not expect Talos, I'll admit. I thought Nick Fury was going to be Chameleon the whole time. But no, he was actually a good, fake, makeup guy. My boy Talos, I didn't see that coming at all. It kind of makes me look back on the scene when Peter mentions Captain Marvel, and then Talos, who was actually Nick Fury, says, don't invoke her name. That was actually Talos saying that. That was dope. I did not expect Talos at all. I love Talos. He's so awesome. He's so awesome. I love Talos. When he appeared, man. So yeah, played by the great Ben Mendelsohn. Yeah. Yeah. I did it. Well, I did it in only 15 minutes before midnight. In New Zealand time, by the time I'm recording this. So yeah. So that was my Spider-Man Far From Home. Spoiler discussion, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed talking about the movie. Because I had a blast doing this spoiler discussion. Way more of a blast than I expected to, honestly. And it turned out great. It turned out fantastic, in my honest opinion. I can't wait for the next MCU film, assuming it's Black Widow in 2020. I know for a fact that the next MCU ain't till 2020. It's the next decade, man. It's crazy, isn't it? The next decade. But yeah. I can't wait for the future of this franchise. I can't wait for Spider-Man 3, assuming that's going to be in Phase 4. I can't wait to find out what the Phase 4 films are. Two big films on my wish list for Phase 4 are Spider-Man 3, although I did think that it might have been a Sinister Six thing if we were going to get a Spider-Man 3, but it looks like we might be getting like 7 more Spider-Man films. So hopefully Spider-Man 3, MCU Spider-Man 3, of course, not 2007 Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3. And as well as a new Avengers. I still hope we get a new Avengers in Phase 5. Okay, so Phase 4, sorry. So yep, that's my thoughts on I mean, not my thoughts. That's my spoiler discussion for Spider-Man Far From Home, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed this thoughts video. The spoiler discussion, sorry. And I'm your boy, Mark. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.